Let's start today's class. In last class, we are discussing about the relational data model. First, we have discussed the comparison between ER data model and relational data, where you placed relational data model compared to the ER data model. ER data model is conceptual design of database. Means it is meant for the human understanding or non-technical user understanding or user understanding, but the relational data model is meant for the machine understanding. Okay, so let's revisit what we have discussed till this point about relational data model. Okay. I just create one summarized document. In this way I just summarize what we have seen till this point. First, relational data model is introduced in 1970 by Ted Code uh, at IBM Research, IBM Lab. Okay. Then second point, it is based on relation, mathematical relation. Okay, before we started about the relational data model, we have seen what is relation in mathematics. Again, I'm just going back and showing you what is a relation. Just consider we have two set here. As you can see, there is a two set A and set B. Set has three element A, B, and C, and set B has three element X, Y, Z. Okay, if we apply the Cartesian product of these two set, I'm sure the definition of set is clear. Means what is set is clear. After applying the Cartesian product of these two set, you will get this. Means this is the Cartesian product. Out of these ordered pair, you will select or you will consider only those pair which are applicable for your relation. Okay, so only pick those relation. Suppose it picks AY, BZ, and CZ. So these three element we have selected, or it's the considerable or applicable for the relation. We will only pick those pair. Okay, so now it's showing one relation. Here it is A is one set and B is one set, and how these elements are related. A is related to Y, B is related to Z, and C is also related to Z. Okay. So just again consider this is your roll number. Just consider A is your roll number and B is just saying name of student. We're talking about the student. Okay. So A, B, and C are three roll number, and X, Y, Z are the three name of students. And roll student Y, the name of student Y has roll number A, and Z is the one name, and it's B roll number of B student is also named Z, and C is also named Z. It's possible. Okay, so this is making a one relation R. So in the DBMS, we represent this relation in the form of table. How we can write in DBMS or relational data model? The name is R, as you can see here, R, and the first attribute is capital A. As you can see, the name of set A and set B, and here we are taking only these pair, three pair. So AY, BZ, and CZ are the three tuple or record we will taking out of this Cartesian product. Okay, so it's making one relation R, and it has two attribute A, capital A, and capital B, and three tuples. These three tuples or three record. Okay. These things we have discussed in the last class. So let's go back to that. Okay. So how we can define the relational data model? Relational data model represent the database as a collection of relation. Relational data model represent database as a collection of relations. Relation is nothing but a table. We are representing our data in form of table. Okay, relation is nothing but a table of values, and every row in a table, represent the records. Every row of table is represent record, and these rows in a table denoted of one real world entity. Suppose we are creating a student table, so each rows represent each student. Student is a one entity, okay? Or suppose we have a table department. In this department table, there is an n number of departments, entry of n number of departments, and each department showing is each department is a one entity, okay? So this is the relational model you can define. Relational model is nothing but a collection of relation. And relation, what is the relation? Relation is a just representing your data in the form of tables. Okay. Those who understood nothing or till this point who understand nothing about the relational data model, just consider relational data model is representing the data in form of table. Means when when you represent your data in form of table, it's a relational data model. Just this definition for those who understood nothing, okay, till this point. So here I just write one database for bank. How these there is an n number of tables. Suppose just see, you can see branch is one table in your database, bank database. Account is one table, depositor one table, customer is one table, borrower is one table, and loan is one table. And these whatever you see under this table is the attribute. Okay, so all these 1 2 3 4 5 6 are the tables, and how these table are related. In the form of arrow, you can see this showing the relationship between these tables. Okay, so ultimately it is showing one database for banking system. Okay, is it clear? I'm just pausing and asking from you if it understood. If any doubt till this point, you can ask. You can also write your doubt in chat, or you can unmute your mic and speak. If it is clear, you can even write clear or yes or anything. Okay. I'm waiting for your response. If it is
Sir,
yes, please.
sir,
Siva,
I was asking
yes.
why some of the attributes have gray in the background.
What?
Why some of the attributes have gray in the background instead of
Gray in the
white?
background.
Because
Okay, okay,
hmm?
okay. The gray attribute you are seeing on your screen are the primary key of that table. We will discuss primary key. Okay. So this attribute, what you see in the gray, are the primary key of that table. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other student? Only one student respond yes, sir. And the other student is not even writing in chat box if it is clear or not. If it's not clear, you can even ask, or you can write not clear. I will explain again. What is the relational data model? There is a 22 students are participating in this class, means attending this class and not even writing anything. Only one student, one, two. Okay. सो द रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल, जिन लोगों को कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल के लिए, उनके लिए डेफिनेशन ये है, रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल है आपके डेटा को टेबल के फॉर्मेट में रिप्रेजेंट करना ओनली. ओके. और रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल का कॉन्सेप्ट है अपने डेटाबेस को अपने टेबल में रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया, और ये टेबल एक दूसरे से कैसे कनेक्टेड है. जैसे आपकी स्क्रीन पे बैंक का डेटाबेस दिख रहा है. बैंक में डेटाबेस में डिफरेंट टेबल्स हैं, 6 टेबल्स हैं, और ये 6 टेबल्स एक दूसरे से कैसे कनेक्ट है हमने एरो से शो किया है. ओके. तो ये एक जस्ट रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल के एक बैंक सिस्टम का रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल शो कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Okay, if we do not have any doubt, I'm just moving. the table name and column name are helpful for interpret the meaning of value in each row. The table name and attribute name is not the part of your data, but it is just helping for interpret the data. Okay. Data represent as the set of relation as we have discussed in the last class. In the relational data model, data are stored in the tables. And however, the physical storage of data is independent of way of data are logically organized. These are the some example of relational data model we used currently, or the popular data models are DB2 by the IBM, Oracle, Oracle or RDB by the Oracle, and SQL Server and Access by the Microsoft. These are the some popular relational data model. Okay, the relational data model we also like RDBMS. If you heard this term, RDBMS. RDBMS is nothing but a relational database management system, and these are the some popular relational database models. Okay. And these are the some concept of the relational data model. I'm just giving the definition of all these
Sir,
concepts. Yes, please.
can you please re-elaborate the previous paragraph?
Uh, this paragraph.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first paragraph, the first line is shows that table name and attribute name is we used just for the interpreting the our data values. Means what are the data is. 1 minute. You can understood by the one table. If we have 1 minute, if you can see in this table there is a name, SSN number, home page, address. All these the attribute name is just for helping what the data is representing in this first column, second column, third column. Means this data, this name is not your data. Your actual data is we stored in the this row. This rows in this rows, this showing your data. This name, this is the one name of student. This is the SN number of student. This is the phone number of student. This is your actual data. What your table name, what is the column name, this is not your data. It is just for the interpreting your data. This is the first line and second. 1 minute. The second that this line is I'm sure you cleared. The data represented in the set of relation, and in the relation data model stored in the form of table. This line, the physical, however, the physical storage of data is independent of the way data is logically organized. Again, the logically organized, what we have seen in this way, this is the logical representation of your data, but the actual physical data means how your data is residing in your disk or the storage is it different. Means it's independent. How you're storing means suppose you are storing the tape device for storing data. So how your data is data means we are talking about the row. How your row is stored in your physical storage is different. Sometimes you store hard disk in the there is in a sectors, and there is a cell or there is a track. How your data is stored in the sector or which track is different. Means it is not dependent on the how you connected or logically represent your data. Here this is the logical representation of your data in the form of table. But how your branch names, branch city, assets or balance or account number is stored in the data is independent. It's not dependent on how you're presenting your data in the logical way. Means here you can see there is a three RDBMS we have seen: IBM, Oracle, and Microsoft. But it's showing for your understanding or for the human understanding, it's showing the logical representation of your data, how your data is related with other data and all these things. But how these data are actually stored in the database is different, or it is independent from the logical representation. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, these are the some important key point or the concept of the of the relational data model. First is the attribute. I'm sure you all know about the attribute. Attribute is the column of table or the characteristic of the entity, what we've seen in the ER diagram. And like student's roll number, student's name, student's age, student's address, all these are the attribute. Okay, or the header of the table. Okay, and table is a relation. Okay, in the relational model, the relation are saved in the form of table format, and it's stored along with its entities. And along a table has two property, row and column. As you know, every table has two properties, rows and column. In the form in the rows we store our records, and columns it just show the attributes. Rows represent the record and column represents the attribute. Okay, tuple is a record. Okay, each row you can call as a tuple. You are storing your data in the form of table, and these rows is called tuple. Like here you can see this one record. Just consider it Rohan. This is one tuple, and each this tuple is showing the record of one student Rohan. Okay, or you can say this is one entity. Rohan is one entity, and what are these are the data of this entity, or the data element of this Rohan entity. Relation schema. Relation schema is just showing the structure of your table in which way you are representing your data. Okay, like in this table, your relational schema you can write as you can write relational schema is student. First you will write the table name. Here table name is student, and the list of attributes. List of attributes, name, SSN. In this way you can write this showing this. This is a relational schema. Relational schema is nothing but showing the structure of your table. Here student name is a table name, and in the order of your attributes. Degree is nothing but a number of attributes of your table, showing the degree of that relation. Relation and table are the same thing. Okay, don't confuse. Okay, degree of relation is the number of attribute of that table. Cardinality is the number of rows, number of records, number of tuples in a relation. Cardinality is the number of record. Columns, column represent the set of values that a specific attribute, like name is one column, age is one column, mobile number is one column. This is just showing the specific attribute. Okay, and its own type. Name is just text, age is just numeric values, and this kind of way. Okay, relation in instance means at a particular time what are the state of your relation, means what are the records available at that time is a relation, an instance. Are you getting my point? Relation instance means when you apply the Cartesian product of two sets and pick out those attribute that pair which are applicable for that relation is showing one relation instance. And relation key, every row has one or two multiple attributes. As you know, there is a number of attributes, and the attribute which are uniquely identify that record is called the relation key. An attribute domain is every attribute has some predefined values, or the set of values which are valid for that attribute. Like roll number, there is some range in which the attribute can lie. It's called the domain of that attribute. Name has some domain, age is some domain, and address has some domain. Each attribute has one domain, means the range of valid values that can be you can store for that attribute. So these are the some key definition or the key concept of relational data model. Okay, so now you can see there's one table, and this is showing the attribute name or the column name or the table heading, and these are the records. Okay? These are the records or the tuple. Okay, and the key is the attribute or set of attributes which is uniquely identified. Suppose you can see customer ID is the key for this table because all these three values are unique. Okay, so when you call the customer one means it's showing the Google, customer two means Amazon, customer three is Apple, means these the attribute is uniquely identify each record. Okay, I'm sure now everything is clear for you. If again I am asking, if you have any doubt you can ask. Okay, let's go back to our slide.
Sir,
Ah,
so when would you be providing us these presentations and notes?
if required, I can upload on Google Classroom if you need. Okay, otherwise
Yes, sir.
everything. Okay, so I will upload this presentation on Google Classroom. You can find there.
Okay, sir.
So this is summary. Informally, informally. Table in relation, table you can call as a relation. Column header in relation data model you will call as an attribute. All possible columns value you will call the domain. And row you will call as a tuple. Means what the term we use generally and what are the terms we used in relational data model. Okay, table as a relation, column header is attribute, all possible columns value are domain, rows are tuples, and a table definition we call the schema of relation, and a populated table is called the state of relation or instance of a relation. Okay. These are the informal and formal terms. This example we have discussed what the attribute, what are the tuples, what are the domain. Okay, I'm just skipping. And now, what are the characteristics of relation? First is ordering of tuple in relation. If you remember the definition of relation, relation is a set of records or set of tuples. If you remember the last in the last class, I've just give the one definition of relation is a set of records or set of tuples. So their order is matter. Please write in chat when the definition of set is definition of relation is a set of records. So their order is matter or not? Does it matter? Please write in chat yes or no. No, no, no. Yes. Okay, good. So the definition of set is a collection of data elements or the collection of elements. Okay. When we talk about the collection, in the collection there is a no order, no specific order. Okay, like fruit, set of fruits, apple, banana, orange, pomegranate, the number of fruits, but there is no order. Okay, so that in the relation, there is an n number of records. In which way we storing the record is doesn't matter. Okay, like if we talk about the student record, suppose in your class there are 54 students, and we have a record of 54 students. It doesn't matter your data your value stored at which number. Every student has the uh, same value. Means for the as a student, each if your data is stored at the roll number 1 or at the 54 doesn't matter. Okay, it is not means the order of record is doesn't matter, at which order your data is stored. Okay, so in the relation, the definition of relation is a set of records. So set, we've talked about the set, there's no need to there is no specific order. Is it clear? But in the reality, we store our data in some particular order, like roll number wise. Okay, but in the reality, okay, we stored our data in some order, but it doesn't matter you store in order or not. Are you getting my point? Okay, sometimes we write your name in some alphabetical order, or sometimes roll number wise, or any order we followed, but it does not matter if you write your data in some order or not. Okay, but the value of each record is matter. Okay, the second is ordering of attribute in relation. Always, if you remember the relational schema definition says this: relation name followed by list of attribute. If you remember the definition of relational schema, I just mentioned here, mentioned in the last class. You just write your relation name, then list of attribute. Here you can see, 1 minute. Suppose your relation is this R and three attribute of relation A, B, and C. Okay. So the relation schema you will write as relation name and list of attribute A, B, C. Here, when we talk about the list has some order always. When we talk about the list, there is an order. When we talk about the set, there is no order. Okay. So always when you write the schema, you have to write the correct order of attribute A, B, C. If your attribute are in this order A, B, and C, so always you will write the schema is A, B, C. You cannot write relational your relational schema name as like this B, C, A. Okay, this is not correct, because you have stored your data in this order: A first, then B, then C. Okay, so always you will write your relational schema name, schema denotation is like this. Okay, is it clear? Like what we have seen in the table, this is the same table what was we have seen before, but here we have just changed the order of students. Okay, but it is the same value, same meaning. Okay, in this table we have just changed the order of records, but it has the same meaning. But we cannot change the attribute list of attributes, the order of attribute. I have not changed the order of attribute, I've just changed the order of records. Okay, I have not changed SSN number comes after a phone number, or phone number before SSN number. Okay, I just changed the order. Means you can switch tick here and change here. Okay, is it correct? But you cannot do this. Okay, means you can change the row order, but you cannot change the column order. Okay, this is the one characteristics of relation. The third characteristics is value in tuple. Value in tuple means, 1 minute. Value in tuples. 1 minute. Value in tuples means we talk about these values. Okay. These each cell value is called the value of tuples. These cell values. Okay. So always you have to make sure your values in tuple are atomic. And what is the meaning of atomic? Means it cannot be further subdivided. It must be unique, not unique. It's cannot be decomposable. Means it cannot be further subdivided. You cannot compose it. Okay, like here, this is your phone number. Then you cannot write the phone number which can further subdivide. Okay, it must be a single phone number. It must be a SS number, a single SS number. You, if you're writing your name, it must be Rohan Pansal is a one unit. You cannot say Rohan is one unit and Pansal is one unit, another unit. Okay. So the atomic values means the value which we cannot further subdivide. Is it clear? So always when you create any database, relational database in the form of table, each cell value must be atomic. These values must be atomic. Okay. So the value in tuple, all value are considerable atomic in individual. Each value in tuple must be form of the domain of attribute that are columns, and you can write even null values. If you don't know that value for that cell, you can set as null, but you cannot write as non-atomic value. Okay. Here is the this student Dick. There's no phone number is we don't know the what is the phone number of this Dick. You can set as a null. Means you don't have that values, so you can set a null, but you cannot set non-atomic values. And how we can find this component values on okay, so there's in one way. The first is like this, and write the tuple mention the tuple number and what are we talk about the which attribute. Okay. Or you can you can use the dot notation, tuple followed by tuple dot followed by attribute name. Okay, like here one minute, this table I want to mention this cell values. So how you can call this cell values? You can say this tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3, tuple 4, tuple 5. So you will call this value by tuple 3. It's belong to tuple 3 dot which column, which attribute name. It's called the home phone. Home phone. In this way, you can call these data values. Tuple name followed by column name. If you use Excel, there is no some cell format we used. You can the column the row number and followed by the column number. Okay. Okay. In this way, you can. This value is vi is the attribute and ai is the tuple for t. Okay. And there is some constraints over the relation. These are the what we have seen here. The characteristic of relation. There are three characteristics we have discussed: order of records, or order of tuples, or order of attributes, and the third is the values of tuple. Values in tuple means the atomic values always. Okay. And the next is there is some constraints over the relational data model. Constraints means what are the condition or rule we can apply over our relation. Okay. The constraints are the condition that must hold on all valid relation state. There are three main type of constraints in the relational data model are the key constraints, entity integrity constraints, and referential integrity constraints. These are the key, these are the three key constraints we apply over the relational data model. The first and one more constraint, just not constraint, but we have to know about the domain constraints. And the domain constraint says if we set some domain for any attribute, it must be followed. Okay. Suppose you set the roll number format should be like this. So always when you store the value of roll number, it must be followed what you have set the domain for that attribute. Again, just I'm repeating. Suppose you set roll number is one attribute and you set the domain of this roll number as value of 1 to 54. You just set the domain for this roll number is 1 to 54. So whenever you store or insert any record in your database student for your class, some students just write the roll number is 58. So you have to mm, show error or warning message. It's not a valid domain for roll number. Okay, is it clear? Or suppose one student just write roll number ABC. So again, you will produce one error or showing the warning. This is not a valid roll number. If you remember, if you use some form, Google form or any other form, and when you write incorrect information, it's showing it's not a valid way. Suppose you are writing the email address there, and if you not mention eight at the rate there, it's showing the incorrect email ID because it's matching the domain of email ID. Okay, so always when you store or insert the record in your database, it must follow domain constraints. Is it clear? Then the first key constraint is a first key constraints of the constraints is a key. Okay, uh, I'm not talking about the key right here because I have many times defined the key for you. Okay, what is key, what is super key, what is the candidate key, what is the primary key. Okay, so I think there's no need to mention what is key for the relation. Okay, if you are not clear about the key, you can ask. You can write in chat. And if you do not know about the key for a relation, please write in chat if you do not have any idea about the key. The other I have defined keys several times. Okay. Okay, so let's key constraints means just I'm just define briefly. Key constraint means every in every relation there is a number of tuples, and each tuple must be a distinct. Distinct means must be unique. There's no two record in a table is the same values. You cannot store two record having the same values. Like there is one relation. Just consider a student is one relation, and there is a three attribute A, B, and C, and we are storing the values. Just consider A, B. B is one record, another record is B, C, C, and when we record, we are storing third record like this A, B, B. It will produce error. Why? Because the same record stored at the in tuple 1, you are storing the same record at tuple 3, A, B, B. The same record you cannot store multiple times in your relation. Okay, is the key constraints. Means each record in your relation must be unique. There is no two record having the same value. Is it clear? Is it clear? My point is clear to all of you. What is the key constraints? If it is clear, you can write in chat. Always you always write in chat. It is yes, no, whatever your doubt. You can parallelly write in chat. Okay. Okay. So key constraint says that in your relation there is no two record having the same values. Okay. And the definition of keys I'm not mentioning again. Okay. This one more thing here is a relational database schema. we talk about the schema of that relation. We have talked about the relational schema for the relation, and relational database schema is the one common schema in which all the relation are resides. Like here, just say in your relation in your database there is an n number of relation means table. Okay, so there is, just consider in your relation in your database there is an n table or n relation, and how all these table related to for one database or enterprise, one enterprise as. So this is the one presentation of relational database schema. I'm sure you've not cleared what I'm talking about, so just please 1 minute, go back to this 1 minute. Here you can see in this database there is an a six relation, six table. Relation and table are same. Okay, I'm not mention all the time. Okay, there's a six table, and this table has relational schema. Like you can write branch and attribute name, list of attribute name, branch name, branch city, and assets. As like you can write all six relational schema, account for account in the list of record, list of attributes, a depositor, and there's a list of attribute. In this way you can write all six relational schema for the relation. Okay, so all these six schema or the all six table belongs to one database which is called banking. So you will write bank and mention all six table, all six relational schema. Okay, so in the same way we have write here. Okay, let's go back to our PPT. Here it is just mentioning. Okay, S is the just consider bank name, and this R1, R2, R up to Rn is showing the all these six table relational table name. Okay, it's showing the relational database schema. Okay, here as you can see there's an six 1 2 3 4 5 6 are the relational schema: employee, department location, project, workshop, and dependent. Okay, if we combine all these six relational table into a one common database, it's showing the company database schema. It's not mentioned here. Okay, so this is all about for today's. Okay, in the next class we will see other constraints, and okay, we will discuss in the next class. We do not have much time. Okay, so please write the attendance in chat. A for apple. After writing attendance you can leave.